Alright, welcome to another episode of Story Time with Tabor Hill. So unfortunately, PlayStation Network is still down. It's been down for almost over 10 hours now, I believe. Maybe even longer. So I can't do a video on anything because I can't log in. There's some new Jujutsu Kaisen skins which I can't even review because I can't get on, obviously, so that stinks. And I saw a comment yesterday by one of you. You said, let's get some more Tabor Time stories. So that's what this video is. I've got a good story for you. So if you weren't aware, I do have a farm. I've got tons and tons of animals. And the other day we had a terrible, terrible storm. So obviously it's winter here at least. And we were getting notifications days in advance that an ice storm was coming. So if you've never been in an ice storm, it is absolutely horrifying. So it's not terribly freezing cold, but it's cold enough to turn rain into ice. So it starts raining, and then all of it that touches the ground instantly turns to ice. Like I said, it's terrifying. So the grass turns to ice, your cars are covered in sheets of ice, the power lines get covered in ice, everything, your mailbox, the roads, it's just a slippery, slippery mess. So my internet provider started sending out warnings days in advance. They said, hey, a huge ice storm is coming, be prepared to lose internet, be prepared to lose power, it's gonna be nasty. So I knew about this in advance because of these warnings, and I've been through ice storms before, it's nothing new. So the night of the ice storm, I went out to feed all my animals and everything was fine. It wasn't raining, it wasn't icy, everything was perfect. So I get back in, we eat dinner, we go to bed, and I have 3 dogs. Now one of them just recently tore her ACL. And she had surgery, so she has to be leash walked. I can't just let her out to free roam, she has to be walked. And I also have a German Shepherd. And I don't know if anyone else owns a German Shepherd, but if you do, let me know if yours does this. So she does what I call a drive-by snout. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be dead asleep, you could be sitting on the couch, you could be doing anything, and she will come by with her wet nose and just drive by and smash it into you. And that's to let you know, hey, I need something. So I've watched her do this to my kids before. If my son, for example, is laying on the couch sleeping, she will come up to him and just smash her wet nose right into his face and startle the crap out of him. It's the drive-by snout is what I call it. So I'm dead asleep, my wife's asleep, and all of a sudden, that's what happens to me. My German Shepherd comes up to me while I'm asleep and just pushes her nose, her wet nose I should add, into my face and I get woke up. So I look at my phone, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. And when she does this, I know it means she needs something. She needs water, she needs food, she needs to go outside. But again, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, she can't be ready to eat. She just ate a while ago. So I know it's time to go outside. And of course, because she's up, then my corgi's up, and then the beagle, which is the one that had the surgery, is up as well. So now they all went outside. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, mind you. I'm pretty much dead asleep at this point, but I get up. I put on my coat because I know it's not that cold, but it's cold enough to need a coat. But I'm still in my boxers. I just said, forget it, I'm going out in my boxers. It'll take 2 seconds, right? So I mentioned that I live on a farm, and there are tons and tons of coyotes out by us. So every time I go out, I grab a huge walking stick, and that's to defend myself. Sometimes I do take my rifle out, but this time I just grab my walking stick. So I leash the beagle, and then I open the door to let the other 2 out. And they start slipping and sliding instantly. So I'm thinking in my head, okay, this is completely icy. I know it's icy, I just saw them slip. And unfortunately, where I let them out at, there are a ton of stairs going down. So again, I open the door, the corgi and the German Shepherd fly down the stairs, and I saw their feet slip a little bit. So I knew that it was very, very slippery. So I open the door, I put my boots on, I've got my walking stick, I grab the rail, and we're going down, me and the beagle. I take 1 step down, feel the ice beneath my feet, so I'm taking little baby steps. Get down the next step, and all of a sudden, I just whoop right into the air. I slipped, despite having my stick, despite grabbing the rail, despite taking grandpa steps down, I went flying through the air. If you've ever seen Home Alone, where Kevin McAllister puts the ice or the water and it turns into ice on the steps, and then Harry and Marv fall down the stairs, that's exactly what happened to me. I don't know how it happened because I knew it was there. I was taking every precaution imaginable, and I still went flying through the air. So I land right on my arm. And it was such a forceful fall that it also gave me whiplash. I mean, it snapped my neck to the left. I landed right on my arm, and it was absolutely painful. So I'm kind of in shock. Remember, I'm in my boxers. I've got my heavy coat on, in my boxers, in my boots. I'm on my butt. So, of course, all 3 dogs come up to me and they're starting licking me in the face. I'm like, oh my gosh, get away. I feel like I broke my arm. I can't move my neck. And in the process of falling, I let go of the beagle's leash. So if you have a beagle at home, you know that they pick up scents instantly. And as soon as I let her go, she was gone like a freight train. So I use my stick to get up and I start taking off to try and go catch her because I have a lot of woods nearby. And like I said, there's coyotes galore. I can hear the coyotes howling in the background. So I take 2 steps and boom, I'm on the ground again. The entire grass around me is just pure ice. I have never slipped on grass before, but it was so icy that it was like an ice skating rink. That's how crazy it was. It was ice everywhere. So I'm down again. My arm is on fire. I literally feel like I broke my arm. I still can't move my neck. I hoist myself up again, and I'm taking the smallest steps imaginable to try and chase my beagle. Now remember, I didn't take my flashlight out either. It's pitch black out. I normally always take my flashlight, but I thought it was going to be super quick. I had her on the leash. The other 2 come back right away, normally when I call them. So I'm out in the dark. Coyotes are howling around. Everything's ice. I've got my stick. I can't move my arm. I can't move my neck. My butt is all wet. My back is killing me because I fell. It was awful. So luckily, the beagle found a pile of deer droppings, and she's trying to eat them all. So I sneak up on her. And I try to grab the leash, and she takes off again, this time up the driveway. Now, my driveway is sloped. So I'm doing my old man walk with my walking stick to try not to fall. I make it to the driveway, and I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about it, but it's just a huge incline up, and she's at the top of it. I have no idea how she got up there, but I took 1 step, and boom, I'm on the ground again. The whole driveway is just a complete sheet of ice. So I hoist myself up again, and I try to take another step up there. Down I go again. That was the 4th fall I took. I could not get up the driveway. It was just slip after slip after slip. So I had to go all the way around the entire property, come on the other side, and luckily the beagle was still in the front yard. She didn't run away, and I grabbed her, and I went inside, and I felt like a truck ran me over. So my wife is awake because I was outside for like 15 minutes after this ordeal. And she said, "What happened?" And I said, "I fell down the stairs." And she said, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm not okay. I can't move my arm. My neck is killing me. My back is killing me. I'm all wet everywhere." It was absolutely awful. So she told me to take some ibuprofen and go to bed. And I woke up in the morning and I was literally dead. It felt like I got bonsai dropped by Yokozuna. It was awful. And even right now, my arm is still killing me. I definitely have to go to the doctor. I don't think it's broke, but it definitely hurts like a son of a gun. And my neck, I can't move to the left, and my back has been killing me. So despite knowing about the ice storm, despite seeing the dog slip on the ice, despite being extremely cautious, I still biffed it about 4 or 5 times that night. That was crazy. So there you go. That is my story time with Tabor Hill. Still feeling the effects of those icy falls from this stupid ice storm. So there you go. That's all there is to it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like is always appreciated. And don't forget to use my supporter creator code, which is Tabor Time.